I had a dream when I woke up this morning. I woke up this morning about, I want to say it was five something in the morning. And I had a dream that I was with an old friend. And we was getting together just talking about some situations. And she had a lot on her mind that she was going through. And I was consoling her about the situation. And we was outside. We was actually in front of my sister's house. And this was God giving me the warning sign before destruction. God, like I said, God always reveals things to you. You just got to pay attention to the signs and how they come. They can come in different forms, different shapes, different sizes, and different symbols. But notice that it's all love from God. And I went in the house. I don't know if I was going to go get something to eat or to drink. You know what I mean? But I remember being in the kitchen and I can remember hearing my nephew's voice at the window talking to her. So I was like, wow, like this guy is still at it. So when me and her was close like that, he was always obsessed with us. You know what I mean? And he couldn't accept that we were together. He did everything from cock blocking to try to sabotage my relationship. Yeah, he was one of them, but I'm not one of those. I'm one of them, but I'm not one of those. You know what I mean? And I went outside and I'm like, cause I could hear him talking about, oh yeah, you know, it's crazy and left you in the cold. I like, you know, when someone's trying to gaslight you and G your mind and mind control you to feel some type of way about somebody. And that's what he was doing. And even though it was a dream, it was a vision of love because God was warning me that he's still on it and he's still obsessed. Me and her is not even together no more. We don't even have contact. But let me tell you, I'm gonna break it down how it all started. Take it back to the beginning. So as that dream, and I was just telling her, like, you wouldn't really listen to somebody and come between us of what we had because she started feeling some type of way and taking her anger out on me because of what he was saying. And this is how you got to watch people who's very manipulative because it's how they move because he wants my spot. You just want to get with what I had. You know what I mean? So when I first met her, I used to stay on North Terrace, you know what I mean? Uptown. And she ended up moving on High Street, but this is before I really knew her and knew she lived there. So that's just basically around the corner from my block. And I will always hang out because I was renting. I didn't own the house I lived in North Terrace. Me and my mom, my family, we was renting an apartment on the first floor of North Terrace, you know, at Patrick's, Mr. Patrick's. And I used to always go and hang out on the block on High Street. I used to be honest, me and my family, Juliet, she used to have the house on High Street before she moved to Florida. And my little sister, everything that happened last Christmas when she got murdered on Christmas, this Christmas made a year. It's the first year anniversary. You know what I mean? And I always hang out over there by the twins and by the homies house. My homeboy Els, he lived on the corner by the bus stop. My homie Staff and his girl Nana, you know. And one day I was over there. I was getting it in, giving a great motivational speaking, you know, exposing the secret society Illuminati. You feel me? And I'll be showing all the bad things they wish to me to wish on North Side and still. So I stayed on North Terrace, like the Drake song, God's Plan, North Side. Anyway, I'm North Side, you feel me? And I will always take out, like this is a sample. I'll take out this hat. This is a Toronto Blue Jays hat. And you flip it upside down. It exposes a secret society of Illuminati of the third eye. You see the T? See the one eye Willie Damon. See how it goes up? One eye. You see it? And I'm blind as a bat. I got one eye. Yo, it look good, like Drake said in Feelings. So I was out there in the block and she saw me. And she, of course, like any other person, I got this effect on people. She liked what she saw. She started talking to me. Now, because I didn't know her, and you know, when you come from the streets, you use your mind as a weapon. You look at everything as, you know, not just to be in a defense mode, but, you know, you got a survival tactic mode. And, you know what I mean? I wasn't really into it. You know what I mean? She kept talking. My bro came out. Els came out, introduced himself. And Nana came out, show love. I'm saying? Once I kind of see that was neutral, I talked to her a little bit. You know what I mean? And she always want to know more about me. You feel me? And I was never give too much, you know, and keep a mystery and keep her interested. And, you know, I don't know her too at the same time. So you feel me? I was like first wondering if she was trying to line me up. Then I was wondering if she was some Illuminati chick because you never know. You feel me? And even though I'm not in the streets no more, you still wonder. You feel me? Because people, you don't got to be in the streets for people to be negative and do something strange for a piece of change. That's just how people are. You feel me? So I filled her out and she talked to me for a little bit. I talked to her a little bit. We got to, you know, exchanging words, names, whatever. She told me she lived on this block. So that's when I'm like, okay, this chick capping because I know everybody around. Like I'm out here every day. I've been out here every day now for like a year. I know everybody who's up and out this block. I've never seen you around here at all. How you live on this block? And I kept that in my mind. I didn't say that to her, but it was funny and interesting because it was like she really thinks she got game trying to G me, trying to gaslight me, but she just recently moved there. You feel me? So I told her my mom's on the daycare and I was in front of the daycare. So she was thinking that I like literally I live right here at this daycare. Nah, I didn't. I lived around the corner. So she always thought I lived on that block. So every time when she'd come around our house, she'd always come up the block hoping that she'd bump into me. You know, when the girls admiring you and you know they're interested in you. You know what I mean? And she'd look for me. So we always would bump heads in town or we'd stop and have a few words. She'd always try to get me to do more. So she started off wanting me to go to her to church. I would curve and not in a negative way. I just had priorities, you know, and I had a busy schedule. I was always into things, you know what I mean? And she'd try to get me to do that. Then she'd see me again. She'd try to get me to do, you know, try to get me. One time she pulled up in her mom's car and it was like pimping, you feel me, on some Kelly Rowland with the Nelly song, you feel me? And she pulled up in the car, you know what I mean? And then I was busy, like as I tell you, I got a busy schedule and I got priorities, you feel me? And I was waiting for my baby girl because after I usually I always go into town and I expose the secret society. I expose Illuminati, you feel me? And I get my motivational speaking on. And if it's time, it's get late, like around 3 something, that's around the time most of them get out of school uptown. I probably make sure I see her before she go on her way, make sure she was good and she had a beautiful day because baby is number one. You feel me? It's always going to be like that with children, you know? You know what I mean? And I go on about my day. So I see her one time, she asked me for some money because she was hungry and wanted some pizza. Now, me being a gentleman that I am, is not about a trick. I'm a pimp, not a simp. I don't pay for no woman's attention. I'm a prize. Let's get one thing clear. I'm always going to be like that. You know what I mean? I put my foot down. I stand for something, don't fall for nothing. But like I said, because I'm a gentleman and I had it, I didn't mind because money is nothing. You spend it and you're going to always get it back. You could spend it. You're going to always get it back. Remember that. To make money, you got to spend money. So it was nothing. It was a pizza. It was all I had. So I ended up giving it to her. You know, I made her day. I made her so happy because she was hungry. Maybe she hadn't eaten all day. I don't know. But you feel me? I ended up doing that for her. She asked me if I wanted some, you know. I told her, nah, that's all for you. Like, go ahead and do that. And I made her day. And every now and then I would see her. So once again, I see her one day. She's kind of like mimicking me, you know what I mean? Like mirroring me, you know what I mean? And it's like not copycat, but we got similarities in the way we dress. She got the same colors on that I had. Maybe she noticed colors I wear a lot, and she figured out it was one of the colors I like a lot. My favorite colors, you know? Girls pay attention to signs like this. You know what I mean? And everybody does. If you're a real man, you pay attention too. This is how you live, learn, and do better. But girls, they always use their mind as a weapon, especially when they're interested in somebody. You feel me? And they want to get to know you. So we end up kicking it one day. You feel me? And she smoked weed. You feel me? I don't do drugs. You feel me? And she wanted to go to a chill spot around on her block. There was a lot of kids in the park, so we went to the back of the school on the stairs. And it happened to have a dead raccoon there and all these leaves. So I was like, nah, let's just go kick it somewhere else. And I was like, I'm going to just take it to my crib. You feel me? She always wanted to go to my crib. You feel me? But because it was the trap house and Mr. Patrick's house, and I had a lot of family members who were mentally disturbed there, I didn't feel comfortable to bring somebody there that I care about. If I'm your friend, I got to show you that I'm your friend. So there's no reason for me to bring you around harm. And if I feel that these people ain't going to have no love or respect for you, that wouldn't be the right move. She'll look at me different, as any woman should. You feel me? So, you know, you want to still be the person to know how to take care of a woman. You know, I got to respect this woman if I actually care for her. So I ended up bringing her to my crib. And my brother came, he introduced himself. I introduced her to my mother, you know what I mean? And she always wanted to know where I lived, so she was shocked when she found out I lived around the corner. She was looking like, you always had me thinking you lived up the block and this and that. And it's like, I don't really put everybody onto everything about me, especially when you first meet someone. There's got to be some mystery in there. There's got to be something to keep you guessing and keep you wondering how amazing I am. You feel me? This is how you use your mind as a weapon when you're talking to girls. You know what I mean? You don't got to say too much. You know what I mean? Let them observe. Let them see what it is and how you live and who you are. Don't talk too much. of emotions, let your actions show. So anyway, we my mother ended up liking her a lot. They talked a little bit. We went on the porch. I let her blow it down. She smoked weed. You feel me? So me and my brother and her kicking it. We just talking. She's asking me all kind of questions. We kicking it. You know what I mean? We getting to know each other, and she, you know what I mean? She's interested in me, so she's asking questions that a woman want to know. Like, I want to get to know you. You feel me? And my nephew comes in, awful, ugly, and you know God don't like ugly, and he just has a dark spirit. This is just how he is. He's always been a hater of me, jealous, envy, and had ill intent. Next thing you know, he'll do ill intent. So as soon as he comes in the porch, he goes, "So what's up? You his piece of meat? You his piece of meat?" So you know, we like, oh man, like this dude. And you know, I'm with her. I'm feeling bad, but of course I'm not. I'm trying not to lose my cool. And every altercation does not have to be done with violence. You gotta know how to use your mind as a weapon. So I walk in the house to blow off some steam because I'm just not trying to be around that. This ain't even your house, and you come to somebody's house acting like that. She's company. You feel me? And my company, not for you. But this is not how you introduce yourself to a woman. You know what I mean? That's not cool. And as a man, you should know better. And you're not raised that way, but you're gonna act that way. And you know what I mean? You don't do that. Like, you feel me? Like, you just don't do that. So, you know, you could have said anything how I introduce yourself, even though we don't talk, we don't mess with each other. You wanted to come and speak to my company, so you should have introduced yourself like a man. She's not a whore from the corner. You don't talk to her like no girl in the corner. She's a woman with class. You gotta speak to her with respect. You know what I mean? And it was crazy. So I was talking to my mom, like, you know, your grandson out there acting a fool. She was embarrassed. Oh no, baby, you know, like, oh man, you know, because she liked her. You know, that's not how you treat a woman. You know what I mean? And she didn't raise him that way. So I'm going back outside to the porch, and this is the crazy kick. Because when he see me getting closer, he knows me and her about to connect as one powerful stone. So it makes him scared. It makes him negative more. You know what I mean? Because he's mad. He's so mad he's ready to bust. He's like, bump that chick. I don't give a about that chick. I'll spit on that chick. And it's like, wow, what does she do to, like, Lord God, what does she do to deserve that? She don't even know you and you're already hating on her. So the worst thing you could do to a woman is show her how you is. Once you show a woman how you are, she'll never look at you the same and have respect for you because you don't have it for her. There's nothing wrong to talk to a woman firm and masculine and not take no ish from her, no take no BS. But when you straight disrespecting a woman, she ain't gonna be thinking about you in no amazing way because ain't nothing amazing about you. The first day in your mind, you made up who she was and showed her, you showed your ass. You showed her exactly how you get down. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing up with you. You just down. So we ended up getting up and leaving and going to the bar. So there's this bar over there in the north, because we live in the north side over there off of Mount Vernon Avenue called Billy's. And we was over there kicking it. You know what I mean? And we just kicking and getting to know each other. She getting her sip on because I don't drink. You know what I mean? Like I told you, I don't do drugs. And we chilling in there and she's dancing. You know, she's feeling good. A woman starts dancing around you and feeling, you know what I'm saying? Those are good signs. You know what I mean? She's opening up. She's feeling free. You know what I mean? And before we left, she's like, wow, I could see why you didn't want me to go to your crib. And I always was trying to save her, to warn her. You know what I mean? But she had to see for herself. And she got to see that I wasn't lying. She got to see who I really was. So, you know, she's talking about her birthday coming up and she wanted to spend it with me and this, that, and the third. So it was like, cool. So after that, we went outside. She finished blowing out her bone. We walked through the X. We walked through the Bronx, you know, around 241st White Plains Road. You feel me? Came back through town, cut up Lincoln and cut up Gramerton and went to Fleetwood train station. It's a spot over there she usually used to kick it over with when she would take it back to Caucasia City, which is White Plains. And she blow her weed. You know, I still have on shorts because it was kind of warm in the early of the daytime with a little hoodie. You know what I mean? And it started to drizzle rain. You know what I mean? So I wasn't trying to stay out there all night, and she was just kicking time before she take it back to her parents' place. You feel me? So we ended up going to the pizza shop. She ended up buying me pizza. We ate some pizza. We got down. It was good. They showed us mad love and there. We kicking it like we knew each other for years. That's how much our spirits connect. You feel me? Like, even though she has her ways and there's things you can do to make a woman feel some way, and you don't always have to do something negative, and maybe sometimes you don't know you're doing something negative, but I always feel me and her spirits connect. Even when I had that dream last night or early this morning, I always feel my spirit connect with her, which is crazy. So I ended up leaving her there, went back to the crib for the night. It was getting late. You feel me? I wasn't trying to be outside all night. She a big girl. She got this. You know what I mean? And I show her love, and I was on my way. You know, I got back to my house. My cousin had my kitchen a mess. Food everywhere, dishes everywhere. It was a mess. Flour everywhere, all on the kitchen. Like if a kid was in there playing with flour, throwing it in the air. I just left it up to God. You know what I mean? My nephew. I call him my cousin because he's like the curse of me. My cousin. Cousin. You feel me? But he's really my nephew. He's my brother's son. And you know, I left it like that because I know eventually one of my sisters was going to come in the morning, or my mom's aide would come and see that he left it like that, and we're going to get on him. I have no reason to say anything to him. He want to act like a childish kid, let him. He want to throw a tantrum, have a B-fit, act like a terrible 2-year-old with no control and no order and be ready to bust. That's on him. I don't got time to do none of that. You know what I mean? I'm a grown man. You know what I mean? I'm not going back and forth with you. Y'all have high expectations of how I treat myself. I'm not going to let you belittle me because you feel some type of way about my success, and that's what being with a girl. You feel some type of way, then go get you a girl. Don't hate. You know what I mean? Go get you a date. So I haven't seen her for a while, and then, you know, next thing you know, we end up kicking it again, and we just was walking around, and this time she wanted to know my number. So I ended up giving her my phone number. You feel me? And we went from there. So it was like every time we got together, we did something amazing and special. She would come with me to my doctor's office sometimes, you know, show some love and support. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? We would kick it on the porch, and my nephew, he would always come and try to sabotage, try to cop block. It was just awful, bro. And try to put on a facade and try to pretend to be someone he's not for her attention, asking her what she drink, what she smoke. Like he want to get her drunk to try to boink. And it's like you don't see me sitting right here. Come and just keep coming and talking to my woman. Like, you feel me? And it was sad because just the other day ago, you was cursing out. Now you trying to be all goody good too, shoe. And it's like, you feel me? And this is how you know when you got something good. People watch you a lot, and they notice that when they don't have nothing, and they do feel some type of way about your success, no matter what it is. She wasn't the most beautiful woman in the world. And what I mean by that is she didn't look like the girl that was a model that everybody would talk to. But she was interested in me, and that was more than enough that I needed to understand. You understand? You know what I mean? I don't discriminate. You know, a lot of people wouldn't talk to her. A lot of people would. And all guys, because they like sex, they definitely would talk to a girl because that's the only thing on their mind. But to me, it got to be more than that if I'm going to talk to you. It's not just about looks. You know what I'm saying? If your spirit connect with mine, we're going to be on the road. If God shows me you're the beautiful woman that I can be with, we're going to be on the road. You know, those things really matter. So you feel me? You keep it real with me, I keep it real with you. So I will kick it with her a lot. You feel me? And we would do a lot of things. We go to Coney Island, go to the beach. She took me to the beach. You feel me? Her birthday, she took me to the club. You know what I mean? Paid for my food and drinks, and we partied the whole night. Came back to my crib and we laid up. You know what I mean? She'd take me on her birthday to her parents' house. You know what I mean? Make her father and them drive to Harlem to get her some seafood. She'd cook me some seafood, cabbage, all that good. You know what I mean? On her birthday, she treated me like a king. You know what I mean? And that's love, because most women don't go out their way to do that for somebody that they're not interested in. You understand what I'm trying to say? So you have to pay attention to the signs, you know what I mean? Or you'll miss out on great opportunities and great things, you feel me? And she even take me to church. Like, we were just constantly doing things, and it made him feel some type of way. You know what I mean? So we talked to each other for the longest. There's times I probably wouldn't talk to her for a while because, like I said, I'm busy. I have a life. I have priorities. You know what I mean? And I have a schedule where I do things, you know, which is not going to include talking to her every day. You know what I'm saying? I have a life. You know what I mean? She's not my girlfriend. We just friends. You know what I mean? So sometimes she would call, or if I would call her 3 months in, however, weeks in, she'll feel some type of way because she catches feelings. So her emotions will be everywhere. And, you know, you don't be calling me, da-da-da. You ain't got time for me. You only call me when you want to, da-da-da. And you with this other girl. So sometimes I'll be in Jersey. Oh, you with all these other chicks in Jersey, da-da-da. And it was always funny because girls don't do that unless they really interested in you. You feel me? We went to the clinic to do a blood drive. I was in there talking about a girl who did me wrong. And just for her hearing me talk about another girl doing me wrong, and the girl's over here on my arm with the thing to take my blood, she got up and spazzed out. She wasn't having it, bro. And she was ready to go down. That's how you know she's into me. You feel me? And it was real, because a girl give you that much attention, she must love you. You feel me? So once they kicked her out, I was just telling everybody like she loved me. They all started laughing like, yeah, because they know girl gonna do all of that when if they not interested in you, they don't care. You know what I mean? Not wasting that energy on you for what? Who are you? You know what I mean? So she waited outside because I had to do my blood drive. You feel me? The whole hour just to curse me out some more. Then she dipped to the store. I went to the train station. We in the Bronx. We on 3rd Ave. You know what I mean? If anybody know what that is, that's a shopping area. And I hopped back on the train, on the platform, waiting for the train. She came. But she was distant, but she was still with me. And even when other people tried to talk to her, she still had enough respect to let them know we were together. Now that's what you call a woman right there, because she could have felt some type of way, so she was some type of way, even though I wasn't doing nothing wrong. It was to her because she had feelings for me and we were together. Just me talking to another woman, talking about another woman, made her feel like I was doing wrong. And sometimes it's how girls will feel. You got to understand that. I might not like everything she say, but I respect her hustle because she's into me. So, you know, there's no thing. I have that effect on girls. You feel me? And she was amazing. Once we started having intimacy together, it makes her feel more sacred. You know what I mean? So it was like I was hers. So she wasn't having that. You feel me? We'll be walking. You know what I mean? One time we walk on my 241st. The dude came out the weed spot, tried to talk to her. She gave that nigga no attention because you could see she was with me, right? And that's how it's supposed to be, whether it's the man or vice versa. You're never supposed to stop and give your attention to somebody else when that's who you with. You let them know. You don't even got to say nothing. There's nothing to talk about. You see I'm with my person. And this is what most people don't see in life. So you feel me? She always had the most respect for me. The utmost respect for me, and that's what I love being with her. You know what I mean? She was dope in those ways, you know? So I gotta be real about it, you know? She'll be mad because, like I said, I was in there, getting it in there, busting all up in her, you know? And I'll be talking to other chicks, and it didn't matter that I was talking to them in that type of way, but just because I was having a conversation with chicks, or I'm everything to her. So she'd tell me I'm having threesomes, you know what I mean? I'm smashing random chicks, I'm having orgies, all of that. You feel me? I got all of this. I be going to my baby mamas on the weekend, doing this and this and that and the third. And I found it hilarious that she was so in love with me, and she was falling more in love with me, and she was emotional wreck because I must have dickmatized her, because, and I'm only saying that because of how much attention she was giving me. Like if I was the only man in the world for her, and I thought it was dope. You know what I mean? I got this chick who's really feeling me, you know, and it was dope. We'll do a lot of things together, you know what I mean? And when people see you have something, they envy that. They hate on that. They get jealous of that. They have ill intent on that. And the next thing you know, they do it ill intent. So, you know, it made my nephew feel some type of way. You know what I mean? I'll cook for her. You know what I'm saying? I'll cook for her. I give her massages. I do all those things that a man would do. Sit down, watch a nice movie with her. You know, things that will really make somebody feel some type of way. Like even if you say you got a lot of homeboys and you hang out with them a lot, then you start getting with a girl, whether you just friends or whatever it is, or you dating, it'll make them feel some type of way because now this girl's getting all your time and all of your attention, and it's like, what's going on, bro? And that's how most people feel. So they start to hate on that because they don't got a relationship of their own. So they try to sabotage a cop block and destroy yours. Or you know what I'm saying? Because they missing out on life. And instead of them going to live their life and doing what they got to do on their side and get with theirs, they rather stop yours, which is crazy because if you got the heart to do that, then you got the heart to go and find you your own love. So you feel me? And it was real like this because you know what I mean? We be walking and she see a dude looking at me a certain way, she ready to pop off. You know what I mean? And I had to calm her down. Like, it ain't even like that. You know what I mean? But it was dope to see how I had her. I bring her to my sister's house. She liked my sister, you know. You know what I'm saying? They had a little tea party, little thing, got drunk, you know, had some food, had some good time, you know. Take it back to the crib. You feel me? We went to other church events. We went to a lot of things together. We did a lot of dating together. You feel me? It was cool. It was fun. I even brought her to my other sister's house. And it was crazy because the homie Leisha was there and You know, Alicia came and she started talking and doing her thing and talking about the kids. We always going to talk about the kids because, like I said, it's always about the kids. Now they basically, daughters is basically women now. You know, Bree, she's basically like 18, 19, and Naya, she's basically like 21. You know, these are our babies, our little us. You feel me? So, you know, she felt some type of way. And Alicia telling her, you his girl, I'm not his girl with friends. Man, she like BS. Like, look at the way you all on him and look how you got him. I know that y'all together, but you know, it's a girl thing. So, you know, she felt some type of way. You telling her about my business, you be smashing that chick, da 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 da. And it's just so funny because she was so into me. I'm trying to say, and this, I found it cute that she let her emotions get the best of her, and because she really was in love with me. You feel me? Like, we'd go through it, we'd argue, we'd go to her father's and mother's, she'd curse them out, and I didn't like that. My father's passed and my mother's passed. You feel me? So she disses herself. When she found out my mother passed, she ended up crying, and she come back to me, and you know, so we had a good relationship. No one's perfect, but God, we made it work. You know what I mean? And I cursed her out one time. She hopped in the bed. This is Thanksgiving. We came from my mom's house. There's no buses running. You feel me? So we came back from White Plains. We uptown. And she's in my bed. You know, she's ready for some good loving. Instead of that, I ended up cursing her out and throwing her out. You know what I mean? I took the balloon we got from Coney Island with the lights. She threw it out. She was a wreck because she had to walk all the way back to Yonkers. You feel me? Because there was no buses running, you know, so she was really hurt and disappointed at me. Every now and then she would bring it up whenever we got back together and talk about it. But I had to let her know, and I also had to see as I test her, you know what I mean, what she would let me do. Not to put my hands on her, but I'm not going to play disrespect. That's your mother and your father, you feel me? If I didn't love you, I wouldn't stand up for wanting you to have a better relationship with them. I don't have my mother and my father, so I know what I'm missing. I don't want her to always be like that with her parents, and when they go, she can never get that back, and that's the last thing she could do is remember being negative to them, no matter how they treated her. You feel me? I always want her to put her big panties on. So that was that. And besides the time when she cursed me out when we went to 3rd Ave, we got back to the crib. I wasn't gonna embarrass her in the streets. You know what I mean? I got respect. I might not like what she say, but I respect her hustle. Cursed her out, tossed her out the crib. And because I was so masculine and I wasn't going to take her mess, she called me later and wanted to cook my favorite food, crab legs. We got back together, and it was like that. So my nephew, he just always felt some way because he has a loser mentality, crab in a bucket. If I don't make it out, you're not making it out. If I'm not going to be happy, you're not going to be happy. If I can't have that, you can't have that. That's how he was. You feel me? And he's my nephew, but he's 3 years older than me, which means he should always have a better mentality than me and do better. But you can see, I had to teach the grown-ups how to be grown. You know? All he want to do is drink and smoke and just not grow up. Just run the streets, play the streets. You can't play the streets forever. You know what I'm saying? You can't. It's not gonna work. It's not. It's not. You're not gonna be a child forever. You gotta grow up. So one day he seen me and my brother go to the store. So you feel me? He came out there and got in my face telling me to call him a slob one more time. So he claimed sex money. You feel me? So anybody know what that is, you know. You know what I mean? And I'm affiliated with the Crips. All my life, I grew up with Lokes. You feel me? I always been affiliated with the Crips. I had my own little organization when I was younger too, BHT. And one of the OG Lokes we adopted the color orange. You feel me? So I just always been affiliated with the Crips. If I had a set, it's 6-0. You know what I'm saying? On neighborhood. You feel me? And he gonna call me a slob one more time. So I'm looking at him like, what is you, gay? Like, what do you want me to call you a slob? And for me to actually call you a slob, I have to actually talk to you. We don't speak. You know what I'm saying? You're not my woman, so we don't have nothing to talk about. You're the wannabe of me. My whole life, him and his friends did a whole bunch of negative things to me. I still love him because it was family, but that's as far as it went. So when you get down to your last drawer, you give it up to God, and somebody don't want to connect with you. You feel me? So I just never really spoke to him like that because we always was getting into it. You know what I mean? So even though he lived in my house, it was just no words for like 2 years. I'm being so honest, bro. I had nothing else to say. I'm done with you. Like, you feel me? You want to keep showing out and not showing up and not showing love. Eventually, a person's going to give all the love they got to God and move on. There's no point. Because I could see you honestly ain't going to try to make it work. So bump that. So that's how it was. You know what I mean? So when he seen me start being with this girl, it kind of had him like, oh, like, what's going on here? And he just kept trying to sabotage. So he ran down. So he's pushing me. So we on the sidewalk, to the grass on the sidewalk, to the curb, to the side of the curve on the street, to the middle of the street. How long I'm gonna just sit there and take that before, something else happens? Next thing you know, I could have been eventually on the floor if I didn't stick up for myself. I didn't want to, because we family. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. You feel me? So we couldn't come to an agreement, so I had to show him my hands work. Now my neck is teared and my back is teared. You feel me? So he has the upper advantage on me. You feel me? But because I know how to still fight, you know what I mean? And I don't let nobody walk all over me. I stand for something, don't fall for nothing. We got into it. I whooped him up. You know what I'm saying? He even was sliding on the floor and broke his leg. You know what I mean? And that was less than like 2 a minute. You know what I mean? I really, you know what I'm saying, had to show him, you know what I mean? And he was embarrassed because I did all of that, which, you know what I'm saying? Well, my body is all messed up. So if I did that, that means that literally you can't fight. So it made him mad. So the next time he seen me with her, we in my house and my sister kicked him out the house. My mother passed, you know what I mean? Because he's just negative. And it's like, if you can't love nobody in here, what's the point of you being here? You got to leave. So she kicked him out. So it's like 11:30 at night. My brother, he passed out on the couch. He woke up and then he blacked back out. You know what I mean? He drank like a fish. So he's out for the night. Me and we in the living room, we watching Little Mermaids. You know what I mean? You know, the new version that just came out with the sister, from Grown Ups. And all you hear is dum 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 ding 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 dum 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 ding 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 ding. And we're like, yo, what's with all the ruckus? Who's all outside causing confusion? Look at the time, it's 11:30. Like, who is that? Everybody who would be here has a key. You know what I'm saying? And if it was my sister and them, they would have called to let me know they was on their way. Like, anyone important would have communicated. So we like, who is that? We look out the window, it's him. And it's like, oh, here he come with his negativity and his drama. So he's not coming in here. But it got to the point we couldn't even enjoy a night because he never stopped ringing the doorbell and knocking on the door. Like, that's sad. It's that late. Don't you have somewhere to be? You don't have a life? What are you doing over here trying to disturb my peace? Coming with problems and making more. And it was like, I couldn't get a break. I couldn't even kick it with her and enjoy the movie. You feel me? So as he kept doing that, we eventually just went into my room. You know what I mean? Because we couldn't enjoy the movie and just try to lay down. And he just kept doing that from 11:30 to 4:30 in the morning. This shows that you have a problem. At 11:30 to 4:30 in the morning, I don't care how much I don't like somebody, how much I want to get at somebody. I am not staying outside your house from 11:30 to 4:30 in the morning waiting on you for a response. I'm going to see you when I see you. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. But I'm not obsessed with nobody and I'm not thirsty for nobody else's girl while I'll be doing that. And besides, why would you want to be with somebody else's girl? You don't know the intimacy things they doing. You understand what I'm trying to say? I don't want to be kissing somebody else's lips that's with another guy. You feel me? But to him, that's how he was. So we ended up falling asleep. And he still would have been outside from 11:30 to 4:30 if upstairs Tom, he used to drive my mother, to dialysis before she passed. So he gets up early in the morning to go to dialysis, you know what I mean? So that's how he got in through the outside door. Then he picked that inside door lock and went upstairs and laid on the couch. And the couch that he's laying on is right across from our doorway in my room. So when we wake up, he want to be the first person that we see. So we like, yo, like, what the heck? And how did he get in here? We could, like, if you could do all of that, it shows that you're obsessed. Something's wrong with that picture. You feel me? So I was talking to my brother. My brother's like, I don't know how he got in here. I just woke up and he was there. You feel me? So my brother, he checking himself out because him and my brother get into it too. So my brother looking around like checking himself, like making sure he was okay because, he won't face my brother like a man, but my brother was asleep. Who knows what he would have did when my brother was asleep? You feel me? Because he still feels some type of way, So my brother ended up taking him on the porch and smoked a cigarette with him, then took him out the house. So we getting dressed, getting ready for our day. We end up going shopping. And I was going to go pick up some food because I wanted to cook for her. You feel me? So we ended up getting the food. And I ended up one time seeing this lady who was obsessed with me and my sister. You know what I mean? She thought I was trying to talk to the lady in the supermarket. But it wasn't that. But it was always so funny and cute to see how much she was into me. You know what I mean? And I was just like, shoot, it makes you look insecure. You know what I mean? And you're emotional wreck. But at the same time, you wouldn't give somebody that much attention if you wasn't in love with them. You feel me? It's not just, don't always just think, oh, somebody's always been cheated and abused when they do that. There's always more to it. You feel me? And she's a woman with class. You feel me? So I ended up, we ended up seeing my sister that time. We went to the shopping and she gave us a ride, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But let's get back to it. My brother ended up calling me and I'm like, yo, bro, he asking me if I was home. Like, bro, I'm not at the crib. But this is why I've been told you to go make you a set of keys, because I'm not gonna always be around to just stop everything I'm doing to come and open the door for you, bro. You got a few dollars. You know how to go and make you some keys made. You're gonna have to wait till I get there. So he was like, bet. So, you know, we ended up taking the bus back. She's telling me to call him and let him know where we at. I'm like, I'm not doing none of that because there's a chance my nephew could be there and it's none of his business what we doing. Like literally, it's none of his business. So when we was getting ready to get in the bus, I told him I'd be there in 5 minutes. Like I'd be there like 5 or 10 minutes, but I wasn't going to tell him where I was at or how I was coming there. I just let him know I'd be there. So bet. So when we get to my block, we live on North Terrace. When you get to my block, you know, the 55 runs up from Dyer. When you get to my block, we don't never get off on the corner. We ride all the way up to the top and then walk down, because when you do that, you get to see everything that's going on. You feel me? So as we riding past my house, I could see my brother sitting on the steps. My nephew, he's standing facing him. So his back is turned towards us. And there's no negativity actions that he's feeling. He's just chilling. Once he noticed me, I gets up the bus. You know when you got something in your mind and you glance and you don't notice the person, but you thinking that you notice what you notice, so you look again like real fast. So he noticed it was me and her, and we coming with bags and food and everything. So you know he's feeling some type of way. So as we get closer, open this mother effing door, nigga. You got me waiting for you. Looking at him like, like, you ain't my girlfriend. This ain't your house. You don't live here. I don't know how you waiting for me. And of course, I'm not going to say that to him. But in my mind, that's where I was at. Because we don't have no relationship. What are you talking about? You sound cuckoo and domestic again. There you go again with all this obsessed, bro. In your mind, you thinking there's something that's there that isn't. So I looked at my brother like, yo, dude, why would you bring him back? Like, you see, I got my company. We trying to chill. Nobody got time for this toxic dude with his low vibrations. You know what I mean? Coming around being ugly with his dark spirit. So I'm ended up opening the door. Yeah, you gonna let me in? I'm like, this man, he not staying here. So like my brother like, oh, so nah, none of that. No. I called my sister ASAP. She didn't pick up. I called her again. She didn't pick up. I called again. My niece picked up. You know, my niece, she's like my little sister to me. I call my mom my sis because she's always been there for me too since I was a child. You know, I don't really do brands or labels. It's just us, one for all and all for one. If it ain't that, you're not living your life right hand of God till you're right on to call you home. So she told me, hey, yeah, she's in the meeting. I'm gonna have her call you back. So now we about to run around the corner to the Family Dollar before it gets late, because I'm still trying to cook her food. And I got a little bit of shopping I want to do left before it gets dark. So, and I'm exhausted, you know what I mean? So I want to hurry up and cook before I'm too exhausted and overwhelmed. You feel me? So he's in there on the phone talking to his sister, coming out the kitchen. And at first I couldn't see what he has, because he's kind of hiding and gripping it. He's like, yeah, I'm up in the head and I ain't going nowhere. How do you come to somebody else's house, come with problems and make more? How do you think you could just come to somebody's house and take over? You don't even live here. You don't pay for nothing here. This is not your home. You're not welcome here. You feel me? You overstayed your welcome. You gotta go. So, you know, my brother goes to the bathroom. She ends up going to the room to roll up. You feel me? Because we just got back in. You know what I mean? I'm putting everything away. And I come back out the kitchen. So as we coming upstairs, he ended up, I think, going into the bathroom or going to the back room or something. And I'm talking to her and she's like, move the pillow. And I'm like, no. She's like, move the pillow. I'm like, no, because I don't want to hear his mouth. But you feel me? She had the same feeling I had. You know what I mean? So as we end up we just left the house because I didn't want, you know what I mean, to be there with him. So as we walk into the store, my other sister called me and was like, what happened? I put her on. You know, your nephew's over here. I got my company. I ain't even have to say no more. Shoot, you got a girl. Go ahead, do that. I'm about to call your brother. You know what I'm trying to say? So he can da-da-da. So we went to Family Dollar. We came back. When we came back and we moved the pillow, he had a big old kitchen knife like this big. He was ready to stab me and take my life over some kitty cat that ain't his, because he was jealous, he was hate, and living in the rage, envied me and had ill intent. The next thing from thinking about ill intent is doing it. And you gotta remember, my mother just passed. and my sister kicked him out. So he's at the bottom. He's at his worst, and he seen me living my life, still rejoicing with this girl that he wish he could have. You know what I'm saying? It made him furious. You feel me? So if I didn't have the heart to use my mind as a weapon, I probably wouldn't be here to give you this true story. And that's how it went. So as time went by, you know, we still talk here and there, you know, and she came one day and she was ready to go. She told me, you know, she was ready to move on to that. And as a man, I'm not here to own and control you. I'm here to be your best friend and more than that. I'm a pimp, not a simp. So I let her go. I wasn't going to whine over her. You feel me? It gives me more time to be free. I could choose to do whatever I want when I want, see whoever I want, whenever I want. I ain't got to deal with emotional wrecks, rage, no negative, no problems. I get to focus on me and being a better me. You know what I mean? I have more time to do things I want to do, fulfill my priorities, and do the things I got to do on my schedule. I'm not tripping at all. We have fun, you know? If you want to go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Only a real man could do that. Other men, it'll hurt too much because they're going to miss what they had, or they don't want it to be over, or they don't want to be alone. And it's like no woman want to see all of that. You got to know how to man up and stand for yours. So you feel me? I let her go. I paid her, matter of fact, I paid her $200 to leave. You know what I'm saying? Because her birthday was right around the corner too. We was in April. Her birthday is in May. You know what I'm saying? On the 5th. And I always call her my reflection. You know what I mean? That's what I call her. And I paid her $200 to leave. You feel me? I'm a man, and money ain't nothing. I don't trick, and I don't pay for no woman's attention. But as a man, and her birthday was coming around, I had it. I didn't mind it because money comes and go. I'm gonna spend it and I'm gonna get it back. You know what I mean? You always want to make a girl have good memories of you. You don't want to do too much where she'll walk all over you and look at you as an option. But that's what I did. And she cut her phone off. You feel me? And she left. You know what I mean? So remember, I'm getting ready to move out this house. You know what I mean? And I noticed her jacket was in the closet. So I'm like, dang. Like, I don't want to just throw her stuff out. She might need it. So I don't want to end up bumping into her and then she asks about her jacket. So I ended up calling her. And then that's when I noticed the phone was off. So I ended up texting her. You know what I mean? And she never came and got the jacket. So that was the end of that. You feel me? And that was like, I told you, that was like May. April. That was the last time I talked to her. So this April right here coming up will make a whole year. You don't see me going crazy. You don't see me stalking her. You don't see me checking out her posters online, popping up on her DMs. I gave her space to be free and do what she needs to do while I do what I gotta do. You feel me? And it feels good, you know? So that's how that went. You know what I mean? And I just had that dream last night, and it still showed me a vision of love that he's still obsessed with her. I'm not even with her. You feel me? I don't even think about her. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that in a negative way. We both moved on. She's doing her own thing and I'm doing my own thing. But some people, they just forever be obsessed with what you have. You know, some people look at you and it's like you have everything to them when they don't have nothing, and down and out. You know what I mean? So this is just to let you know a great story and to, you know, notice what you have and be careful of those who want to be you. Everybody out there, you already know how it is and how I'm coming. Stay on God time and stay off demon time. Stay off demon time and stay on God time. And remember, I got you, you got me, we got each other, and God got us. It's not up for debate, it's not up for discussion. Real recognize real. I got you, you got me, we got each other, God got us. Remember that every time the devil knock on your door. It's North Saeed, God's plan. Up with it, let's get it, and let's strengthen the bond daily. To the next episode, subscribe to my channel, North Saeed, God's Plan. My other channel, Chef CIE. Leave a up with it in the comment and share this video. To the next episode, Aces, up with it. God bless.